EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. So 14.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They run it with Carson. He will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 23 yards on the play. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second and 11 now. Wilson, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. The Steeler defense proving its mettle, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let him know.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Hey, Charlie.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. On first and 10, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
First down.
Hey, 0-0.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson now, throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing again here. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some...
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up, They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's now 3rd down.
Block 80! He can't hang.
21-0 our score after 1.
Set! 230! I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. And that
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in? And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A gain of 37.
Hey, 380! You remember me? Let's go, baby!
From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
7-7.
Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds McDonald. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Go!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag. No,
I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Room here to run. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson, he's got it at the 15, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20.
Check tight. Check tight.
22, 44.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch the slant. Switch.
Now Roethlisberger looking middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Touch 50, touch 50.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. On third down, Carson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the Seahawks.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Zebra, 18. Check your hot read. Check next.
On first down, it's Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
14.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And a big loss here as he's taken down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Going top shelf for... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You go tight. You got tight.
Now it's Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the whip.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Every day, any day. Quarter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell for the extra point. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 37 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.